Good evening. Thank you for tuning in to Sacred Rose Tarot 1111. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment. This helps grow the channel. Also, please remember that not all messages are going to resonate. So take anything that resonates and leave anything else for somebody else. Never try to force anything to fit. If it's not your story, then it's not your story. All right, today we have a message as part of our 10 Archangel Messages series. This is the fourth message to come out. So this is coming from Archangel Raduriel. And I'm excited for this one because he's never come out before. So this will be a first for the channel for a message from Raduriel. His card number is 13. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 is the number of stability, foundations, home life, all of those things. And you notice that he's got 2 cherubim up here. And cherubim are very powerful angels. He's also got a quill in his hand and he's writing something here. And we see some books. We see some artwork over here. We see a lot of orange energy. Makes me think it's very kind of fiery, maybe a little earthy. So yeah, let's dive right in and see what his message is about. Card number 13. And it comes to us from the Archangel Fire Oracle by Alexandra Wenman. And let's see, number 13. All right. Creativity. Shown here resembling famous English writer Oscar Wilde, Gentle Raduriel is the archangel associated with poetry and the arts. Known as the angelic muse, he is a wonderful being who can help you with any creative project you're working on, providing you with inspiration and wisdom. He will stir up your passions and help you to remember all the things that get your inner fires of inspiration constantly burning. Raduriel will show you how to sow your artistic seeds so you can give birth to fresh new ideas and let your true gifts and talents come alive. One of the 8 great judgment angels of the heavenly throne, Raduriel is one of the few angelic beings who rank higher even than mighty Metatron. I didn't know that was a thing. So cool, right? All right. He is the angelic scribe or recording angel and the leader of the heavenly choirs. Whenever he speaks or sings, a new angel is born. Raduriel knows that stepping into our full power can take us out of our comfort zone, and it might feel easier to hold ourselves back. But he guarantees us that if we dare to accept ourselves for who we are, he will raise our vibration to the angelic frequency with his sweet and pure music, allowing our beauty, strength, and creativity to shine. Call upon this angel if you are suffering from writer's block, or if you have an idea but don't really know how to get it off the ground. He will help you take your dreams from thought into form. Raduriel reminds us that if you can dream it, you can do it. His message says, you are a creator. Don't allow doubts to hold you back. You are gifted in inspiration and you can do it. All you have to do is start. Begin your creation today. Wow, what a powerful message. And that is so incredible, especially because there's all this energy in the atmosphere. There's all of this sort of change happening and churning and you see, just like I just noticed here, this kind of spiraling right here. See the yellow spirals on the card? That's what it kind of feels like. There's all this kind of movement happening. And so that's an exciting message. I'm excited to see how this unfolds. So let's continue. For our Ascended Masters coming out today to help inspire us and bring forward this message, we have Hilarion. He's from the green color ray. He's got a big emerald right there in the heart chakra. So I'm thinking he's probably associated with Archangel Raphael, which makes sense because he's also part of the divine healing energies. It says, honor your sensitivity, retreat to recharge and heal. Your light can support others. There's also a lot of light codes around him. And you know, it's all around him. So it's like his aura, his entire aura may be healing. And where it says retreat to recharge, a lot of us have to do that, especially if we're very empathic. Sometimes we just have to go within and recharge our batteries. So yeah, we'll read that one. Let's see who else we have. We have Serapis Bay coming forward. And he reminds us he has a message about ascension, and he's got something going on with his crown chakra and moving up. I'm seeing upward radiating energy to the crown and soul star chakra. So move into your true self. Rise above the darkness. The light is here. That's interesting. Rise above the darkness, because there's a lot of darkness in our world today. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but there's a lot going on. But the light is here. So there's something I think we can plug into. Not that's a metaphor, right? So all right, and then we have Mary Magdalene, teacher awakens. You have something important to share. Follow the inner call. Don't let anything stop you, which goes right along with what Raduriel is saying. The only thing that can stop us is ourself, or maybe self-doubt getting in the way. So we have some sort of creative process. Something is brewing, and it seems like we're getting a lot of help from the ascended masters, from the angelic realm, from the higher frequencies, the light frequencies, that really want to give us all the support we need to share that. And that tells me it's something that can benefit everybody around you. Probably even the world at large can benefit from this. The collective can benefit from this energy. So that's exciting. And she's got 3 peace lilies right here. 3 is the number of collaboration. So working together, perhaps you are going to do a collaboration. Perhaps you're working with your spirit guides and source. So that's beautiful. All right, let's read a little bit about these guys. These ascended masters, I feel, have something important to share with us to help Raduriel's overall message. And they come to us from the Keepers of the Light Oracle card deck by Kyle Gray. So we'll start with Hilarion since he came out first. Let's see. Divine healing. Hilarion is a spiritual master who lived in the Middle East during the 4th century. At the age of 15, he felt the call to go to the retreat of St. Anthony in the Egyptian desert. This was busy with people needing healing, that area and that time. So after a while, he went back home with some monks. During that time, his parents passed away, and it is said that Hilarion was so devoted to service, he gave all of their estate to his brothers and the poor. For the rest of his life, he lived as a hermit in a cave and was said to perform miracles with his prayers and touch. To this day, he is dedicated to healing, but he also helps spiritual people who feel overly sensitive to overcome their challenges and integrate with the normal world. Okay. That's interesting. There's a few messages coming through, so let me finish reading this and then we'll tap in. All right. The world can seem overwhelming to you, and it's okay to retreat to a safe space every now and then to cleanse and recharge your energy. You may feel called to serve others or share your healing with them, but please ensure you are filled up with light, love, and energy first, so that you are not sacrificing your own development for others. You are surrounded by the healing light of Hilarion and the healing angels at this time, so that you can recharge and feel whole. Okay, so some of the messages that are coming through is number 1 about him going into being a hermit. Hermit energy is a master energy, and it speaks to us also about ascension, personal revelation, working on yourself, mastering your gifts, and then reaching a point where you can teach others. I like to think of the imagery about having a master and an apprentice, somebody that the master is instilling their information, sharing their skills with, sharing their experiences with, and teaching them directly how to share what they know, and thereby spreading their information. They're not holding it under a bushel and keeping it locked tight in a safe at night. They're sharing this information because it benefits others. So you have something, whether it's knowledge, skills, abilities. I'm hearing singing, writing, creating some form of art, or I'm hearing also in the healing realm, your hands. You have something where you can help other people. And it may be time for you to teach other people, which is interesting because he talks about going into the hermit mode, and hermit mode is the master, somebody who has mastered their craft. Also, something that was coming through is he spent time in the early Egyptian desert. So we have a correlation with Serapis Bey, clearly Egyptian. And we also have association with Mary Magdalene in terms of the teacher awakens. When the master is ready, the student will appear. I know you've heard it said the other way around. When the student is ready, the master will appear. But it's also vice versa, right? So your teacher, your teaching ability in you, your wisdom, your skills, your abilities, your experiences have brought you to this juncture where you're ready to begin showing other people, sharing your talent, sharing your creative gifts with the world, even if it's just one person. Small or large doesn't matter. Your reach will be much larger than you realize. I'm hearing expansive. It's more expansive than you picture. And that's interesting because he's got this golden sort of circle around his head, which makes me think of expansion. And it's around the crown and the head space, so it's like perhaps more expansion than you think. And you're sending out energy, this knowledge, this whatever you're sharing, you're sending out vibrations and frequencies. And you're plugging into the light grid here on Mother Gaia, on planet Earth. So it's like getting plugged into the grid. I'm hearing this kind of like it's charging up, like you're boosting the light. And if each one of us does this, each one of us that associate as being light workers and having something to contribute to the overall uplifting of society, that's going to happen on a massive scale, multiplied. I'm hearing multiplied each time someone plugs in and starts sharing and starts investing, injecting, infusing their light into the world and the people around them. I'm hearing your kids, your family, your coworkers, the kids coming in fast, everybody around you, the lady you smile to, the cashier at the gas station, giving somebody a thumbs up, driving down the road. I don't know who does that, but it's this passing of this energy that swoops in, and it just kind of whooshes, and it's not stopped by physical limitations. It's a vibration that permeates everything around you. And it's sweet. I'm smelling like a sweet fragrance. And everybody loves it. It soothes the soul. I'm hearing it's a breeze against your face, a soft breeze. I'm hearing trees ruffling, leaves rustling. It's movement. There's something happening. Okay, let's go on to Serapis Bey. Yeah. Serapis Bey. He hasn't come out in a while, but I do love his message. All right. Serapis Bey is the light keeper in charge of ascension. He once served as a priest in Luxor, Egypt, helping those passing on to cross over into the light. Now he is a presence we can call upon in order to ascend. Ascension means rising up. It reminds us of the story of Christ being resurrected after death. This means that Serapis Bey can guide us from the lowest states of being back to the light. His energy is almost like that of a phoenix, giving us the support to move out of our own hell or darkness into a space that supports our growth. His extended message says, the stars cannot shine without darkness. You may have experienced a low state of being, trauma, or depression, but this is a new beginning. Become aware of growth. There is always room for improvement. There's also a sense of presentation now. You may be receiving documentation or certification to acknowledge your growth or experience. It's important to cherish this time and to realize that without the challenges or obstacles you have faced, you wouldn't be as strong, powerful, or focused as you are today. You are ascending personally and spiritually at this time, and the universe is here to support it. There's a lot of messages coming through with this right now. I'm feeling pressure in my third eye and my crown. So there's some awakening going on. You may have been feeling some ascension symptoms such as headaches, or perhaps even just being overly tired, or maybe a little bit of nausea. Drink lots of water, get lots of rest, listen to your body during these times. It's interesting to me, some messages were coming through, that I'm hearing you have completed something. You have pushed through some kind of a test. So maybe there was something that happened unexpectedly, and your response, I'm hearing your response was perfect. Rather than responding out of a purely emotionally unregulated way, like telling somebody off or telling them why they're wrong or where to go and how to get there, and what horse to ride to do it. That's kind of funny. But you didn't do that. You could have, I'm hearing you could have slashed them down. Your tongue is sharp as a razor sometimes. I'm seeing a sword coming out of a mouth rather than a tongue of sharp sword. And rather than cutting someone to the quick or cutting them to shreds and just beating them down with your sword, which you could have done, you chose not to. You chose peace instead. You were looking at the long game. You were looking at the bigger picture and not caught up in one small moment for personal gain or personal satisfaction in order to tell somebody off or make them feel what you were feeling in the moment. And apparently you were very pissed off and angry during this situation that occurred. But you came above it. You rose above it, and it's almost like there was a pause, a stillness. You took a deep breath. And in that moment, you didn't just breathe in air, you breathed in spirit. Holy Spirit, divine spirit was with you. Your ancestors were with you in that moment. And you listened to the way your body spoke to you. And that was the energy of your ancestors, ascended masters, of Holy Spirit, divine spirit being with you in that moment. And rather than just slashing somebody to bits with that tongue, that razor sharp sword in your mouth, you didn't. There was almost like a pause, so heavy, like time stood still in that moment. There was something, a breaking forward, a breaking forth. That was an ascension moment. That was when an elevation moment. That was when you broke out of a pattern. You shattered a previous pattern, shattered something. And you surprised the people in the room, who then realized how powerless they were against you. They came against the wrong person. I'm hearing that in that moment, your energy was so expansive. It created a pressure that came out from you, a frequency, a pulse, like you sent out some sort of a pulse, an energetic pulse that hit them, and they were like, oh, whoa, this person is not who we thought. They are way more powerful, and they might not have even been able to articulate what that meant, but their guides, their ascended masters, their ancestors, their spirit felt that. And it was like, oh, snap. We shouldn't have done what we just did. We really messed up. But the repercussions of what they did is not on your hands. You turned it over to Spirit and you said, Holy Spirit, you can handle it. Basically, the wheel of karma is going to be turning on them. They're going to have to face something. Whatever happened to you, you were wronged without a cause. There was something something done to you that you did not earn it, and it was totally wrong. It was like opposite. Instead, you should have been awarded like Employee of the Year or something. And it was like, oh, you're fired. It was something so topsy-turvy, so weird, that it almost was like, is this really happening? There was kind of this energy like, this is wrong. There's something very wrong about this, but I'm not fighting it. I'm going to go with it. I'm going to let Spirit handle it. I'm going to let the Divine Spirit handle this. And I'm just going to remain peaceful. And in doing so, you shattered something. You busted forward. It's almost like I see this person rising up, almost like flying through a sheer plain glass ceiling that you didn't see. It's like it was blindsided. You were blindsided in something. Perhaps that means some sort of perceived self-limitation, something that was keeping you almost like enclosed in a glass case that you couldn't see, and you bust through, you break this glass, and it shatters and it completely goes away, and you're almost like, I didn't know that was there. But you keep going. You don't stop and spend any time to investigate it. You just keep going, and there's nothing stopping you now. You are unstoppable. I'm hearing unstoppable, unfuckwithable. Oh, whoa, look at his face. Look how serious he is. Like, okay, you idiots, something just happened. And you left that all behind you. You left those people, those lower vibrational idiots behind you, and you just like shot forward like a rocket. Wow. That's a massive, massive energy. So when I say ascension, when Serapis Bey comes out, and historically when he's come out in readings, it's not a little ascension. This guy is like serious. It's a serious ascension. This is a big leap. You quantum jumped, you realm shifted, you went up to a whole new level. I mean, probably multiple levels, because this is so massive. And this is going to sound a little silly, but when I see you breaking forward and just crushing that glass case that you were in, I see like a muscled up superhero, almost like a Superman type of energy, just muscled up superhero, flying, busting through that shit. Like, nope, this is it. So you leveled up to like superhero status. You went from just, I'm regular old Joe Blow, whatever, Joe Schmo, regular dude, regular chick. And you're like, no, not anymore. I'm superhero status because I leveled up in a huge way. This is, whoa. And there's something also, when it says rise above the darkness, there's something also to this that, man, there's so much coming through right now. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to keep it steady. All right. There's something happening in the world today, all around us, that almost like the light, the people in the light, those of us that call ourselves light workers are feeling there's like a, what's it all for? Why am I doing this? Why am I subjecting myself to all of this? There's negativity, there's murdering, there's hate, there's all of this ugliness. And it's almost like this, like liquid tar. I'm seeing kind of like this black liquid tar on the ground, just trying to consume the whole earth. And then I'm seeing this like a shadow trying to overshadow the trees and block out the sun. And it's like, no matter how dark it gets, no matter how ugly things look, You can't, there's something inside you that won't allow you to be overcome by it. And there's times when you have to retreat. There's times when you have to get healing and take yourself back, like Hilarion said, for some divine healing. But when you did that this last time, you might, and I'm hearing, what's it all for? Somebody asked, somebody screamed out, what is it all for? What is this for? What is it all for? If this is what we have to do. And something happened in that moment, like, ksh, I'm hearing this breaking glass, ksh, like, no. And now there's light spreading. Remember how I heard this whirring sound, like when you plug back into the grid? It's starting up. It's starting it back up. The light grid is starting back up. Light workers have gone into healing mode, have retreated for a moment. There was a retreat, but they're not gone away. They've come back more powerful than before. They've ascended, broken through something, and now, like superheroes, they're plugged back in and it's back online. Wow, what? And you're supercharged. Supercharged. That's what I'm hearing. Your light is so bright, and all the light workers that's resonating with, your light is so bright, it's like blinding. Like this bright, bright, bright supernova white blinding light. And it's pushing back that black tar covering the ground, trying to cover the earth. It's pushing back that shadow, trying to cover the trees and take away the sunshine. It's pushing that back. The darkness cannot stand up to it. I'm hearing, don't be mistaken, the darkness does not go away. It retreats to where it's supposed to be. It stays within its boundaries. It's right now, the darkness is trying to overcome its boundaries and create a disequilibrium where there's less light and more dark. But that's not how it works. That's not how the universe works. That's not how the creator is going to allow it to happen. The dark is getting pushed back. I'm hearing, stay within your bounds. And the light workers know this. The supercharged light workers are pushing it back more strongly than before. Man, that is wild. I've never got that message before. There's something to that, you guys. There's something going on. Whew. And it's powerful. Holy moly. It's kind of interesting with this, that sound is like it's almost like a generator kicking on. I mean, this sound that I'm hearing is like, it's like a massive power plant coming online. Damn. I don't think you realized you're that strong. Perhaps now. Perhaps your spirit guides are reminding you. Perhaps when you retreated and went into hermit mode, you discovered that. Your internal power, you're not of this earth. You're made from something different. You're cut from a different cloth. You have the divine spark inside you. And I think you had to be reminded of that, if this message is resonating with you. Interesting. Ooh, all right, let's see what Mary Magdalene has to say. Teacher awakens. We don't have a full picture of who Mary of Magdala actually was, but we do know from spiritual texts that she was a great visionary and teacher with clairvoyant abilities, because she was able to see angels and the soul of her twin flame, Master Jesus, after he had passed away. She also had the ability to shake up crowds of people to bring their hearts and minds back to the highest good. She now devotes her time to supporting us in bringing about the radical changes the earth needs in order to prosper and to encouraging those who feel the need to teach the joy of spirit. Mary is a rebel heart in many ways. She helps those light workers who feel restricted by the opinions of others to step up and speak their truth. Her extended message says, you have a strong desire to share what you have learned. You may feel people will dismiss you or ridicule you, but don't worry, Mary Magdalene is here to guide you through this process. Your vulnerability is actually your greatest strength because you are trusting the power of your soul, and that part of you can never be broken. You are a wonderful teacher and leader, and the world needs you. You are being backed by heaven, so step forward and share all that you've learned. Oh my gosh, that is like perfect with what we just talked about. You went within. Maybe you were vulnerable in something, just like it said. Maybe you shared your vulnerability, and it was like you felt shot down, or I don't know, something. Maybe you felt dismissed, or like nobody was listening and nobody cared. But the reality is they were hanging on every word, and what you say is powerful. And in those moments when you are vulnerable, you put away your egoic self, and the spirit shines through. And they might have seemed dismissive to you because they were like in shock. They might have been blinded temporarily from that bright light coming through from the Holy Spirit. They might have been like, "Whoa, what just happened? What?" But they might have had to process it, you know? You're teaching when you don't even realize you're doing it. This is a natural thing for you. When you speak, there is power in your words. When you tell somebody, I appreciate you. When you tell somebody, I see you, I hear you, I care about you, and you offer words of encouragement, it is like honey that soothes their damaged soul. And I don't even want, damage sounds so like a very harsh word, but their wounds, it's like a binding, healing salve for their wounds and their internal heartache and heartbreak and those broken places that we can't see with the naked eye. Your words alone, speaking truth and speaking in your authenticity, especially from that place where your vulnerability is coming through, is like honey directly from source. You are an instrument, a tool used by the divine to break down barriers, to meet people where they're at, in their low place, in their hurting place, in the place where maybe they're stuck in the darkness. Maybe when they don't see a way out, maybe they're stuck in addiction or self-hatred, or maybe they're stuck in self-doubt and denial, and they're just on this hamster wheel of bullshit. And you come into their life and they're like, who is this person? And there's something about you. They can't put their finger on it, but they just know that they need to shut up and listen to you. And when your eyes lock onto their eyes and you speak to them, it's like God is speaking to them. They can't explain it, but they feel it deep in their soul and their spirit and their heart. And in those moments, they are touched genuinely at their very core. And they feel loved because they are feeling that directly from source through you. Like a divine channel. I'm hearing divine channel. Even when people, and this is interesting, this just came through, even when people do you dirty, even when they deserve the most wretched of hate, they deserve all of the crass, they deserve you to just cut them out of your life completely. They deserve to be destroyed. Even then, you would still offer words of encouragement. You would still offer healing and forgiveness and love and empathy. And I'm hearing humanity. You care about humanity. You're able to do something very unique and special in that you can put your egoic self aside and you can see from a big picture. And this is something that is a divine gift. Not everybody can do this, but you're able to see from a higher perspective. You may have asked, maybe in the past, I'm hearing, maybe in the past when you were young, people tried to fight you, like physically fight you, like kids fighting or whatever. Or maybe they did fight you, or somebody jumped you, like a group of kids jumped you or something. And even then, you asked yourself, well, what happened? What's wrong with them? Are they getting like beat at home? Are they like abused children? Are they acting out? And these are like higher level thoughts. You know, kids don't think these things. Kids just think, oh, somebody hurt me. Now I need to hurt them back. You know, it's kind of like a basic little mindset. But you were like expansive even then. You were like, why are you doing this? And you could physically protect yourself, sure. But there was a time when you would say, you would put that aside and you would still help them if it was in your power to do so. And I'm pretty sure that's scripture. I think that's in the Bible. Help others when it is in your power to do so. And it doesn't say only when they're nice to you. It doesn't say only help good people, because who judges good and bad? Who knows the heart but the divine, the person who created it, right? So you were able to look at something from this like big picture thinking and see the hurt inside the person that was trying to cause hurt to you. And you're able to set that aside and still offer words of healing. And I'm seeing there were at least 2 opportunities in your life where that actually happened. If all of this is resonating with you, where that actually happened, and you were able to put the past aside and help those people. And at least 2 times, those people saw you for the holy divine being you were, and they were awestruck. They were like, wow. And they hung on every word you spoke to them. To this day, they are telling these, like a witness, a testimony, a witness. They tell other people. And they changed their heart. And they changed their behavior to do what you did for them, because however they were raised, or whoever people made them think that the way they were behaving was okay, that was totally washed away. They were renewed. The divine did work through you that changed lives, and still changes lives to this day that you don't even know about. You have no idea how many people you've impacted just from those 2 encounters. I'm hearing probably more, probably every day, even just the simple words you speak. There were at least 2 major things that happen that if this story is resonating with you, if this message is resonating with you, you know exactly what 2 things those were. That's massive. You are unstoppable. Whew, man. And your impact is big, and you have no idea. You kind of have no idea, because you're just like, I'm me, here I am. You pray every day. You talk with your guides every day. And every day they are working through you to change the world. And you're putting this light back online, like you're restarting this massive generator, massive power station that is pushing back the darkness and getting things back into equilibrium. Man. Ooh, my hands are tingling. Ooh, okay. All right, so we have 2 dragon riders came out for this message. One is, I don't know, that these are new. We haven't talked about these before, so I'll read these as well. This is a black dragon. Maybe you've been seeing a black dragon. Maybe you've been in your meditation, you see like a shadow in the back, kind of quiet, kind of subtle, not scary, just kind of observing. This black dragon makes me think that that's the energy. You may have some dragon energy. And I hear it needs to be unleashed. Oh, okay. Ormiak and Dub. Card number 17. 1 plus 7 is 8. That's abundance. He's holding a green gemstone of some kind. And it says, the time has come for divine insight. Accept the darkness within you along with the light and follow the path toward wholeness. We were just talking about how a lot of people kind of have this mindset where everything is just light. Everything is just love and light. Everything is like happy, hunky-dory, blah, blah, blah. We're all sitting around the campfire singing Kumbaya. That's really not how this works. It's a balance. There is light, there is dark. And it's a balance. If you've ever seen the yin and yang symbol, that's what it makes me think of. Holy warriors. I'm hearing holy warriors, divine beings. And I'm hearing that you can traverse into various realms and you can travel up and down the light spectrum. Wow. You can go into the places nobody wants to go, the dark places, and you can save a soul. What? Wow. That's amazing. You have special armor. You have special dragon scales. Impenetrable armor. I'm hearing impenetrable armor. You can traverse into the darkest of places and save a soul. Oh, wow. That's amazing. Okay, let's see what this says, because that is powerful. Ormiak, son of the great healer Dian sect of the Elven people, is a free spirit who lives unfettered in the heart of the natural world. There is an element of wildness about him, and he has a great heart. Friendship is very important to Ormiak, and he maintains countless friendships with human beings. And you know, when I was hearing that, you can traverse the light spectrum. You can go into the dark places and you can save a soul. I was hearing also that you can befriend someone and bring them up out of the darkness and save a soul. I was like, what? So that makes sense that he has many friends. Being friendly, approachable, not compromising your values and morals, but you can help lift people up out of the darkness. And you know what I'm also hearing? And this might even make somebody mad. I'm sorry if it does, but I have to give the message, right? Take it or leave it. I'm hearing you can be those people that go to a church or part of a group or go to a building, I don't know what, but and you can say, oh, we're all righteous and we're all holy and we all stick together and we all spend our time together and we spend every opportunity going to church or going to school or their club or wherever they meet, right? But are they going outside in the trenches? Are they going to the places where people need healing? People need somebody to lift a hand when they're down and say, come with me, come up out of this. I can help you. I can show you the way. I've done it. I've been there. Who's afraid to enter the darkness for fear that the darkness will overcome them? Be not afraid. The darkness will not overcome you. You have been given the special protection, special armor that allows you not to be overcome by the darkness, but to overcome the darkness. Whoa, that was directly channeled right there. I'm not even fully sure what I just said. I'm going to have to rewatch the video. But I know something was in there. Okay. We have to get out of our little comfort zone and spread more light. If you are a light warrior, and if you've been given this very special gift, you know exactly what I'm talking about. His message says, you have come far along the path of life, and you are now mature enough to find answers and discover deep insights. The answers have always been there, but you are now ready to hear and understand them. The wheel of fortune turns relentlessly, bringing in the new while simultaneously allowing the old to pass. Breaking through that glass, right? Your superhero status. Damn. All right, it says, let go of the old, or you will slow down the wheel's momentum and endanger your ability to assess situations and issues clearly. Let go of the past. The time has come to accept destiny. Low energies will transform into high energies, and the wheel of fortune will become the wheel of happiness. Accept everything, all your mistakes, and all your dark aspects. Something in you that you feel is bad, accept it. If you need healing, heal it. There's no shame. I'm hearing no shame. Look at them as opportunities for growth and embrace your path through life just as it is. Since the creation of his soul, Ormiok has been connected with the black dragon Dub, D-U-B-H, not sure how to say that, whose name indeed means black. The power of the four elements, earth, fire, air, and water, dwells within you as a magical entity. This is the message from the dragon. But one of these is only barely lived by you, if at all. In order to make progress on your life path and receive answers, it is time to consciously live and strengthen this element. Make this your priority. Fire, air, water, earth. Which one is it? Whew, that is a powerful message. Oh my goodness gracious. Man. I feel energy coursing through my body right now. This is like amazing. Oh man. Okay, so the next dragon rider is Ashtar Sharan. Ashtar Sharan and Turbo. Card number 40. 4 plus 0 is 4. Stability, grounding, family matters. You may be seeing angel number 444. Because being number 8, that's 4 plus 4. So we may be seeing synchronicities 444. Friendship requires attention, respect, and harmony. Nurture it. It is very precious. Do not lose touch with your friends. You know, it's interesting. This one was talking about friends too, right? Do you have a friend that maybe you've lost contact with or haven't had as much conversation with? Maybe you have a friend that's struggling and you don't know about it. But maybe if you spend more time with this friend, you will pick up on it intuitively and be able to help them out of a dark place. You can traverse the light, remember? Even if they are in a dark place, do not be afraid. Darkness cannot overcome you. Darkness has no hold on you. In fact, it fears when you come in. Ooh. Because it knows that you can save a soul. So every time you venture into it, darkness loses power. That is mighty, my friends. That is mighty. Somebody, whoever this is resonating with, and I'm thinking it's multiple somebodies, quite frankly, you don't realize how much power you actually have. Or maybe you do, but you're just a little bit like, am I really that powerful? Maybe you're like looking in the mirror thinking, I don't even, you flex your arm and it's like a, you know, little string bean arm or something, and you don't feel like you have big muscles, even though we have superpower, superhero might in the spirit realm. Perhaps that old, like, I'm hearing, take off your old clothes. Put on your new divine robe. You are ready to level up. It's time to realize who you are. Man. This is amazing. Okay. Whew, let's keep going because otherwise this video is going to be forever. Right. Okay, here we go. It says here, who is Ashtar Sharan? Many people have asked themselves this question. Some people believe that he comes from the Alpha Centauri binary star system, but if you ask Ashtar Sharan himself, he will simply smile and decline to answer. We will assume that nobody should know exactly where he comes from in order to deter any unworthy people from seeking to make use of the incredible, powerful energies to be found there. Whoa. I'm hearing, if you know, you know. Okay. So if you know, then you're part of it. And it speaks to you because you also share the same heritage. Huh. Ashtar Sharan is the commander of a great fleet of light ships and an ambassador of peace. He has come to guide us to an evolutionary stage in which we will acquire the ability to develop absolutely clean forms of energy and sustainable technology. I'm hearing free energy for all is on the horizon, and it's closer than you think. Wow. A message from Ashtar Sharan. Greetings, my friend. We have known each other for such a long time and have gone through so much together. I almost said so many lifetimes. Interesting. So much together. I often mention your name with a smile and with love in my heart when I recount tales of past experiences. Could have been many lifetimes. Indeed. The time has now come to renew our friendship. Remember the great feeling. I'm going to turn the page here. Remember the great feeling that a friendship nourished by the purest love brings. A clear and unsullied love free of conditions or judgment. I accept you as you are, and you accept me as I am. That's how it always was and always will be. Create such friendships with the people around you, and you will be one of the richest beings in the universe. You will also find and bring peace. Since the creation of his soul, Ashtar Sharan has been connected to a dragon called Turbo, this blue dragon. Beautiful blue, by the way. That is a beautiful color. The dragon message says, once upon a time, many years ago, all the knowledge of Lemuria and Atlantis was stored in the scales of my body. I now bring this knowledge to you, the people who are open to receiving it. Take in and absorb this knowledge of pure technologies, even if you are no scientist. Carry it in your light body, and you will one day pass it on to someone who can make use of it. Meditate. Call Ashtar Sharan and me to you, and allow us to store this knowledge in your light body for a time. It would be a great help and an act of friendship toward the earth. You guys, we are on the precipice of something amazing. There is something stirring in the ether. Free energy, clean energy. I'm hearing this like 1,000-year quantum leap, massive advancement for the entire planet. No more Five of Pentacles energy. No more Five of Wands energy. No more fighting. No more squabbling. No more lack. Nothing but peace and love and a complete elevation of souls. That's amazing. If you feel that, claim it. I claim that. That is amazing. I want that for this world. And I'm saying it. I encourage you, if that resonates with you, to say it too. Out loud. Use your words. Speak it. Remember, we talked about your words being power. Speak it into the universe. Man, that was incredible. All right, so we have 2 more cards. We're almost done. I'll see if we pull any tarot on this, but so far it's been pretty straightforward. So we have 2 more cards, both from the 7 Energies, Oracle of the 7 Energies guidebook by Colette Baron Reed. Card number 41, 4 + 1 is 5. Change is in the air. A higher view. What did we talk about this whole time? A higher perspective, a higher view, especially with this one. I can't wait to read that. That's a beautiful card too. She's writing on an owl, a massive owl, a beautiful giant owl. And owls are synonymous with wisdom. And we have this, like, it looks like resonance. Like, you know, if you drop a stone into a pond and the ripples kind of go out, you are making ripples. You're You are a change agent. All right. And then we also have card number 10. 10 is the ending of cycles and beginning of new, walking into a new portal, up leveling, close encounters. You may be experiencing close encounters with divine beings. You may start being able to see them. You may start being able to hear them. You may start experiencing more clairsentience, clairaudience, clairknowing, claircognizance, clair everything, all the clairs. There's a massive transformation. And look at this, there's a big butterfly inside a cage. But what did you do? You just burst out like a superhero, crushing through a massive glass cage that you didn't even know was there. You couldn't perceive it. And look, there's a butterfly on the outside. So I'm excited to read what that says. We'll start with 41, since 10 is endings. Start with 41 and see what that says. 41. Some sort of energetic shift, perhaps. Massive up-leveling. Definitely massive up-leveling. Excuse me. The key concepts. Seeing from a higher perspective. Conscious neutrality. Letting go of judgment. Yes, yes. You don't judge your friends. You can traverse the light and go down into the dark places, and you're not going to judge somebody, make them feel like garbage. You just love them back to life. Ooh. Letting go of judgment and assumptions, non-attachment, the ability to remain unbiased. I love it. Sometimes our lives are suction cupped to the ends of our noses, and we can't see beyond ourselves. Oh, man. This happens to everyone once in a while. We fall into an automatic response to life and react from a learned conditional place rather than one of awareness. Being in reactivity keeps us repeating old patterns. Oh my gosh, do you remember when we talked about something happened and you didn't do this like huge, massive emotional reactivity type of situation? Remember that? Yes, yes, this was recent. Whew, okay. Where were we? I'll say it again. Being in reactivity keeps us repeating old patterns, but you broke through. You're not going to repeat old patterns anymore. You've risen above it. It says here, conversely, the avoidance of our triggers could keep us in the comfort zone. We don't avoid our triggers, not anymore. We see them and we know what they are. The way to be successful in your endeavor to connect with others is to step out of your sticky perception of the world. Imagine yourself sitting on the back of a bird 1,000 feet above your life. Wouldn't your perspective change? I think so. From a higher point of view, you can see for miles. You could let go of naming or blaming the obstacles in your way and instead easily discover a path to more beautiful and compelling vistas. More can become available to you in all aspects of your life when you are able to step back and get a little distance. Change your perspective. You can wait before responding. Take a pause. Embrace the pause. Be more graceful in your interactions and see how everything is connected and every experience is a gift. The world is wide open for you today. All you have to do is move to higher ground, be mindful, and celebrate the spectacle of life's dance. Yeah. Beautiful energy. And that's exactly what we've been talking about throughout this message. Big time. All right, card number 10. Let's see what card number 10 has to say. All right. Vulnerability as a strength. We talked about that too, didn't we? With Hilarion and Mary Magdalene. Vulnerability as a strength. Because what happens? That's when our egoic self sets aside, take a seat, egoic self, and then the divine works through us. We become a vessel. Letting others see your wounds as well as your strengths, setting healthy boundaries. This is a time of connection that asks for you to be vulnerable and authentic. Let go of any social masks or constructs you use to keep yourself apart from others. Lower your shields and allow yourself to step into a dance of intimacy. When you become close to people, you remind yourself that you are not alone. You're part of a beautiful, meaningful bond. At a deep spiritual level, there are so many lessons offered to you in this closeness. At a social level, intimate relationships help you ignite the spark of life that is the power of affinity. You flourish as a result of offering emotional honesty, a true desire for equality, love, friendship, and laughter. We aren't meant to be alone. Yet sometimes we are wounded and we build walls around ourselves so we don't get hurt again. It's time to be honest about yours and step out from behind that barrier and engage in all of life. This is a beautiful opportunity to allow your vulnerability to be your strength as you choose to live in integrity and without artifice. Even in your work life, this mode of connection allows you to be truly present. When you live this way, everything and everyone thrives. You have no need to defend yourself when you're being truly and utterly you, empowered by your raw openness and willingness to be seen. In this way, your close encounters will not fail you. There is much to celebrate when you stand eye to eye, shoulder to shoulder, sharing your heart. What did we talk about here? Friendship. What did we talk about here? Friendship. I think there may be hurting people stuck in patterns, stuck with wounds, in dark places. That if this message resonates with you, you can go down into those dark places and you can help. You can lift them up and out of the darkness. You can be used by God, the Holy Spirit, Jesus, the creator of all things, to save us all. That is beautiful, massively beautiful message. I am hearing pull some tarot. Yeah, man, this is incredible. Very powerful indeed. Oh, I need to move these guys a minute so I can use the table. I'm interested to know if this is happening in your life, or you know, specific stories come to mind. Let me know that this resonates with you. You know, drop a heart in the comment section. Hell, drop a unicorn in the comment section because you're a special being. All right. Or a dragon even. Yeah. All right, let's see. What did we have? All right. So we have a decision. Two of Swords, I think, has come out in every one of the angel messages so far in this series. So somebody may be on the fence in the grand scheme of things. And somebody may be afraid to make a decision. But let me remind you that inaction is a decision in itself. Choosing not to take action is a decision. So this makes me think that there is some kind of action, getting back to Raduriel's message, there's some kind of action. And if you need support, remember he was talking about call upon him and he can help you. Take some form of action, make a decision. Perhaps you have multiple creative endeavors you wish to pursue, and there's nothing wrong with pursuing all of them. Make a decision, write down a list. I'm hearing put them in order. Which ones? If you want to write a song, write a book, paint a picture, put them in order. Write them down. 1, 2, 3. Make a decision to start. If you want to paint a picture, do you have canvas? Do you have paint? You know, do you need to go get those things? Do you need to talk to somebody who has some and maybe they have extras so that you don't have to spend a lot of money and you can just start out small? If you want to write a book, did you get a pen and a paper, or do you have a computer? You can start typing. You want to write a song. What does the song sound like? Have you been humming or hearing a song in your head that you need to record it? You don't have to share it with anybody just yet. You can fine tune it, but take some form of action. Take the blindfold off, see that it's something you want to do, uncross your arms, allow your heart space to feel into this creative endeavor. Drop the swords, don't be defensive. You don't have to do it all alone. I'm hearing you don't have to be like, step out of your pride self. You don't have to do it all alone. You don't have to have all the answers. You can ask for help. It's not a sign of weakness. There's also King of Wands here. King of Wands tells me that you do have something you're focused on, some fiery, passionate desire or a fiery, passionate idea, and you have energy just waiting to be infused into these creative endeavors that you're thinking of. And you're a focused person. So perhaps getting started by taking action helps you kind of zero in that focus. Let's see what else we got. All right. Oops, I'm messing the cards up here. Okay, so 3 more came out. Page of Wands tells me you have great ideas. It's just further confirmation. You have ideas. Great ideas. Fiery, energetic, passionate, new endeavors, new ideas, new beginnings, new things that you want to do. Look at him. He's totally ready to go on a trip, right? What does he got to do? Take the first step. Take the first step toward your dreams, your passion. I'm hearing your dreams. There's something in here that is big, and it's going to give you cause for celebration. 3 of Cups came out. That is celebrating with friends, family, relatives, coworkers, whoever, just reasons to celebrate. And people are going to be celebrating you and your work and your ideas and whatever you're going to bring, your creative, whatever it is, they're going to be celebrating it. It's going to be beautiful. And look at this, Knight of Pentacles. That's somebody who is in want of nothing. You'll have the life of your dreams. You will have everything you've ever wanted. And guess what? It's on the other side of making a decision to move forward. Man, that's beautiful energy. Very powerful. And this is very abundant. And 9 is the number of fulfillment. So fulfillment in every aspect of your life. You want to never stress out about having to pay your bills again? That's the energy you need to be in. That's how you get there. And Uriel is here to help us. All you got to do is ask if you want help. Remember that angels are all around us at all times, and they want to help us, but we have to ask them. We have to ask for help, and they will help. There's never going to be a time where you want help and they won't help you, okay? So just know that right now. There's always help. Just like I know in the movie, what is it? Harry Potter, where I think it's Dumbledore says, help will always be given to those who need it, those who ask. Something like that. So yeah, I dropped a card, so bear with me one moment as I get that. Okay, so we have more cards coming up. These 2, is there 2 or 3? 2. 2 cards just came out. The Hanged Man. So new perspective, new insights. You're getting downloads. Look at his head, how bright that light is around him. You're getting ascension downloads, just like Serapis Bey said. The Death card, transformation. Death of old ways of thinking, death of stagnation. Stagnation leads to death. But it also, this is the death and rebirth card, right? So transforming. There's transformation, death and rebirth, something new. That reminds me of butterfly energy. I'm going to set it right over here. And these are 2 major arcana cards that just came out back to back. Let's see what else we have. What else do you want us to know? Holy Spirit, Archangel Raduriel. I think I said Raduriel a minute ago. Raduriel, sorry about that. Raduriel, what else do you want us to know about this message for the best and highest good of those who are watching? Four of Wands. We had a lot of fours. Remember, 444. I'm going to put this over here with the dragons. Stability, foundations, reasons to celebrate, home life, success. I mean, it's beautiful. You can also look at it like 1111. It's a divine. You're not meant to live a life of you know, lack and not having all the wonderful things. You are meant to have a successful life, a life of celebration. You are a special creation. I'm hearing something about friends. What do you want us to know about friends? Something here about friends and friendship. Oh. I feel there's more. There's more. Oh, yep. Okay. Any more? Okay, that's good. All right. Oh, and on the bottom of the deck, Judgment. Oh, yes, lots of energy here about the friends. Okay. It's divine. The Hierophant is a priest. Ordained. And not like priestly like we look at it here on the earthly plane. This is somebody who's spiritually ordained by the Creator. Your friendships, you are like, your job is to go into these depths and make friends with people that are in their darkest places and bring them out into the light. I don't know exactly how that looks, but it feels like not giving up on somebody who's struggling with addiction. Standing beside somebody who's going through a divorce. This is also the marriage card, traditional marriage card. Offering higher perspective. People will look to you. You might even get strangers coming up to you. People will look to you for advice. You might get random people sharing their stories with you. And the weird thing is, you don't have to know everything about their past and their story and all the details. You can simply, you'll get downloads direct from Holy Spirit that you can just share with them, words of wisdom, like these nuggets of truth. Holy nuggets. I heard holy nuggets. And then they'll just go on their way. And maybe you'll never see them again, ever. But that was a divine encounter. Interesting. We also have Queen of Wands right next to the King. You're very magnetic right now. This also tells me protect yourself, because you may be pulling in a lot of energies and you just came out of like a healing energy place, kind of in your cave like the hermit. So keep in mind, although you are safe and you can traverse into the dark places, there still may be a little bit of energy drained, siphoned off of you. So just make sure you are protected. That means protection spells. That means if you have the evil eye pendant, wear that. Sage yourself, cleanse yourself, salt bath, pray and meditate, put on the spiritual armor every day. Palo Santo. I mean, all of those things are ways that you can, right? Protect yourself. But number one is the spiritual armor. Make sure that you put on the spiritual armor every day. And if you're not familiar with what that is It's the helmet of salvation, the breastplate of righteousness, the shield of faith, the belt of truth, the sword of the Spirit, and the sandals of peace. That is the basis of the spiritual armor. The sword of the truth is just like in tarot, the Ace of Swords. Michael's sword is what that's also called. And I would say go one step further and ask Archangel Michael to give his angels charge over you and protect you and keep you safe in those when you are going to venture into those places, even every day as a regular prayer. I do it. I recommend it for sure. This communication is coming in quickly. 8 of Wands. I feel like this is good news, especially with this energy that came through with Serapis Bay. It's swift. It's coming in fast. 2 of Pentacles. You were able to get through some sort of topsy-turvy, stormy type of energy that was designed to throw you off balance, but you did not lose your balance. You were able to remain flexible and move through that energy. So good job with that. 10 of Wands. You recently put down a burden, a massive burden. I'm thinking this has to do with that situation where it was almost like entrapment. Somebody was trying to trap you in a conversation to get you to become emotionally dysregulated. And you remember we talked about how you broke through that glass barrier that you didn't even know was there? You put that burden down. You walked away from it. You rose above that burden. And you're no longer carrying that energy, that low vibrational, stupid energy. Here we have Page of Cups. This is somebody who has new ideas, and I think this is also emotional regulation. See how the waters are no longer stormy? And it came fairly close to this one, right? So this was like, you're designed to get all out of balance and here you are. You're balanced. You found your footing. Emotional regulation. And now you see, there's something about seeing yourself from a new perspective, having love for yourself, no more self-doubt, no more self-hate, no more self-deprecation, no more like beating yourself up. I love me. I'm worthy of love. And I don't have to get all emotional, dysregulated or whatever. I can regulate my emotions. I don't have to respond to every single thing I see. I can just maintain a cool, calm, and collected attitude. And here you are leveling up from a page to a knight. Now you put your armor on. How about that? You put your armor on, and now your emotions are like small, and they're not like a raging sea. It's controlled. You are regulated. You have leveled up, bossed up. You've got your cup in your hand. You can give a cup of love to somebody. I'd say you love yourself. You can also give your cup of love to other people, and that helps with friendships, right? Friendships, even romantic partnerships, whatever. And now you've bossed up all the way from a knight to a queen. And now, who wants to be friends with the Queen of Cups? Everybody. The Queen of Cups is somebody who is emotionally regulated. She's calm. She's loving. She cares deeply about other people. She's not caught up in worldly stupid stuff, right? She's more concerned about how are you doing? How's everything going in your life? She wants to know the real you. She wants to connect with you. She wants to love you, love on you, and share positive affirmations and encouraging words. That's the Queen of Cups energy. Who doesn't want that? I'm going to put that over here with the dragons because everybody wanted to be friends with her. And look at all the blue. Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful energy. And then Empress. Bossed up all the way to Empress. Empress energy. I'm hearing that song. I want it. I got it. I want it. I got it. And yeah, you can. That's the kind of energy it comes from, right? The Empress is she's receiving everything from the universe. Just sitting back on her throne, loving, caring, nurturing, lifting up people around her, embodying all the energy of the queens, Queen of Cups included. The Empress is a very powerful, beautiful, divine feminine energy. Very loving energy. Be open to receive what the universe has for you, is what I'm hearing. Because there are good things coming in. Let me see if there are any more messages. All right. Final messages. Archangel Rodariel, anything else you'd like for us to know? For the collective, for the best and highest being, best and highest good. I'm hearing that you are loved. You are loved deeply by the divine. You are divine. You're cherished. That one went back in. You're cherished and loved deeply. Anything else? I feel like one more wants to come out. Maybe two. Two of them just kind of flip back in. Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? Yep. All right, that's all. That's all we got. All right, so this is interesting. So remember we talked about how with the new energy that's coming in, free energy, this 1,000-year quantum jump, quantum leap for humanity is coming in. We talked about no more poverty mindset. Nobody on this earth will be left in lack anymore. It will overcome all darkness. There will be nobody bound by chains and subjected to doing, you know, horrible things, whether it's entering into contracts, giving up their power, allowing themselves to be used, abused, and otherwise. That's going to be no more. Because why? Because the divine is healing all of that. And the divine is ushering in this massive ascension, this new earth. New earth is what I'm hearing. Massive upgrade. You get to decide what you want to do, where you want to go. Your ships are coming in. Not just for you, for all of humanity. I'm hearing something about a wanderer. Something about you'll be free to roam about the whole planet. You'll be free to wander, explore, see the world. Interesting. And finally, our last card out is the Happy Ever After card. Because your happy ever after is on its way to you. 10 of Cups, happy life, happy wife, happy everything. All the things. Reasons to celebrate. Having everything you ever wanted. A fulfilled life. All right. This is a beautiful message. Congratulations to everyone who this resonates with. I'm with you. It resonates with me too. I claim it. I encourage you to claim it if it's your message too. And yeah, so don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. This helps grow the channel. Also, remember that not everything is going to resonate. So if only parts of it resonated, that's fine. Take those parts. Anything that doesn't, leave it behind for somebody else, right? All right. Thank you for sharing your day with me, and love and light. Take care.